What's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another player interview. This time, I am honored to have a very special guest on. I have Casper Hansen, the player who got second place at the European Open Championship this past weekend. Casper, how are you doing tonight?
I'm fine. Still kind of tired. It was a long day, long weekend. But yeah, just trying to
Trying
get
to
back
recoup.
to normal. Yeah, recoup. Trying to get back to normal.
I hear you. Well, you're coming off a super successful weekend, so I'm sure it was a late night of just hanging out with friends and celebrating. So that's super awesome. So you played Broly and you got second place this event. So I mean, I don't know if you are a super big fan of the channel or anything like that, but I've been playing Broly for a long time. So I gotta say you're like my hero. Like you got second place with this deck. I gotta say you're my hero. So let's talk about this a little bit. Why did you decide to play this deck at this event?
Um, I can start by saying I actually decided not to play the deck because in comparison to you guys, we had some difficulties getting the power booster promos.
Mm-hmm.
But Friday night at the hotel, my friend who I traveled with met some guys who had three of the Goku. And frankly, you can play the deck with only three. Of
Right.
course, you want the fourth one, but yeah. Then we sat down. Actually, we were on our way to bed, but we sat down with them for like 2 hours and persuading them to sell them. Uh, so yeah, on the morning of the event, when we got into the hall, we just went straight for the vendor and sold everything we didn't need, and then we bought them for 50 each.
Wow. 50
Yeah,
pounds was it?
no, luckily euros. And
Okay,
then
I'm super ignorant to how the monetary system works over there, so please excuse that.
yeah, it's like $65 or something.
Wow, that's crazy. They're they're
Yeah,
they're going for about 40 over here in the States, and I offered someone 30 for one yesterday, which is a pretty good price. And I imagine they're gonna go down.
yeah,
They're gonna go down
yeah.
as soon as they get more prevalent. And he didn't take it, so okay.
I'd say the next 2 weeks it might go up because of this weekend, but also because of next weekend. I think the deck will do well as there as well.
Oh, definitely.
Uh,
The deck's super
and
powerful.
after that they might drop to like 25 or something.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, then I was ready for round one, and then I decided just to play a second planet in main deck if I couldn't get the fourth Goku. And the first person I asked, he said he had two, so I just bought them.
nice.
Yeah,
So super last minute. I
uh,
also heard you threw your side deck together kind of last minute. Is that true?
yeah. It was. I was going to bed, and then I didn't want to do anything in the morning but get up and
Go to the
eat,
event.
and then yeah. So I just took the power sync time trunks because I knew it would be great against the Nimba, and then the rest was just something I had lying around.
Gotcha.
Um, yeah.
Gotcha. We'll get into a
So
little more specifics, but
yeah,
so overall, I mean, obviously, I'm sure the answer is yes, but you're happy you played this deck.
yeah. Of course. The second the promo was announced, I knew this deck was a thing,
Yep.
and I tested it for like 2 weeks, and then when our tournament organizer said that the power booster was delayed, I just
Got
threw
real
the deck
sad.
aside. Yeah, I threw the deck aside and began looking at something else. And then just brought my friend brought the Victor Strike just in case we got the promo.
hmm
So yeah,
What
it
were
was
you? What were
really last.
you? Sorry. What were you originally gonna play?
Uh, Mono-Red Freezer.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
And a spicy list as well. My friend played it though. We were main decking Casper for Saint Casper for Shenron, and as well as for seeing hit for Shenron
Yeah,
and
those
other stuff.
Those are definitely solid picks. Is he the one that actually got top 16?
No, unfortunately, he played 4 rogue decks and dropped.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I believe I'm getting some Red Freezer profile in the next coming days, but I was wondering if it was the same person. But anyways, we'll get into the main deck. So for Kanoa, this is like right off the bat, interesting card choice. So why did you go with 4 in the main deck?
Actually, I was going for 5 with the Toki Toki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not because I don't care about Sugesh or Sugesh to Kaba or any kind of aggro thing like that. It was solely because I didn't want to lose to Explosive Spirit.
Right. Yeah, your win con kind of loses to that.
Yeah, and also this main deck, the core of the deck is just like 25 cards, and then you can choose whatever you like for the other half. So I had the space.
Absolutely. And then 2 Mirror Creator Absorb. So in the current list, like I'm playing a similar deck. In the current list I'm testing, I'm not even playing Overrealm. So how did this card work out for you all weekend? And would you have changed it for anything else?
I would definitely change it, but it worked. It worked fine. I played 1 mirror match on the bubble, where I took out his height with it. No, he took out my height with it, and on my turn, I drew it and took the game with it because of the backside of the leader.
Nice. And then just to pair with this, do you ever wish that you played any like Champa or anything like that?
No, not at all, because the backside of the leader just does the same thing as Champa, but better.
Gotcha.
Because mirror gets bigger, but also it plays around the negate.
Gotcha. Okay. And then the 1 Victory Strike. So I've been testing a Victory Strike no Victory Strike build because I don't own the card because I'm a bum. But so how do you feel about the Victory Strike build versus the non-Victory Strike build?
That was one of the things from your video about the top 32 breakdown I would talk about. Because
sorry if I offended you.
It's okay. I see people why they don't want to play it. For one, the price is just sick,
right?
But also the only reason you want to play it is because Janimba is so prevalent,
right?
Yeah, because you can win every match with just height, but if you're playing against Janimba, height can't finish the game. It's impossible. They just
It gets really tough. Yeah, I mean, you have to be in the right situation. Like, you have to have height of mastery, and you have to have the battering laser, and they have to be at 3 life.
Yeah, exactly. And if they see this list, they're not just gonna defend at 6 or 7.
Right.
So you can't go for the dual attack win. So there's just way too far down to 3 life. And if you're grinding them that much, you should lose 2 mil.
Right.
The other way around, you could also set up for 2 heights, but it takes 7 energy at least, and you
tough.
Also just lose. Yeah, you just lose at that point as well.
My build's a little bit more aggressive. I'd actually love to talk to you about it after this video, but that's besides the point. So, Force Successor of Hope just searches all your good targets. Bardock the Progenitor, but no I guess we can talk about it a little bit now. No aggressive kind of like 2-drop swaps. Why is that?
Originally, it was only Bardock and then the 3-drop Goku. Because when you play against Shenron, you don't really awaken, and if you are going first, when you get to your 4th energy, you are still at 6 life. So that was the reason for Bardock. And then I tested the Gohan because I would save 1 energy, so I could use representatives and defend myself as well with the negate.
Right.
Because this has the other Broly list like Veggies and GT are faster than this, so it would kind of lose to that. So I wanted the extra energy instead of tapping out on 3 because it didn't play Sugesh.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that once we get to Jocko. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, but some of the games I would like the 15 Goku instead of the Gohan. so I
Yep.
can pressure more.
Right.
But really, it was rarely needed. Most my games I won of one attack with height,
Mm.
or one leader attack and then height. So it it wasn't really necessary to go that aggro.
Here's a question for you. What do you think about the 2-drop Geen that when you attack you can mill your deck? Because I know you have a lot more extra cards than like my list plays, for example, so it seems a bit easier for you to get 7 in the drop. But like since I don't play U7 Rep and I don't play Victory Strike, what do you think about like either Fledgling Talent Pan or Geen to like fuel the drop area for a deck like this without Victory Strike?
Without the Victor Strike, the Gine is definitely the right choice. I played the mirror on the bubble, and he played the Gine, which was awesome. I didn't think of it. And then my friend who I traveled with suggested the Pan after the tournament, and I'm going to drop the Gohan entirely for Pan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I tested it, and it's much more consistent. Even though you wouldn't think it's needed, but sometimes it is. I lost one game doing Swiss because I needed a height and didn't see it.
Right.
And in the mirror match, when I went to my kill turn, I only had 6 in my drop. So the Pan is definitely the right choice if you're playing the Victor Strike as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, you just dig deeper for your one of.
Yeah, exactly. But also because my main deck is so extra card heavy that you can just no matter what you play against, you will have some sort of dead extra card. You can just ditch it.
Yeah, no, that's really solid. That's one of my fears, honestly, is trying to adapt from like my old Lineage deck to the new Height of Mastery deck is being extra card heavy. But I totally get what you're saying. Go ahead. Sorry.
I had that issue as well when I saw the list, like 18 extra cards I can play with this. But as I sat down and played after the first 2 rounds, it was just like, okay, this extra card isn't needed in this match. So like 85% of my energy the entire day was extra cards.
Yeah, I was actually about to bring that up. Is like when you're playing an extra card heavy deck, you have to be very smart with how you charge, especially like anytime you think like, okay, let's say you have like a universe representative in your hand, or that's probably a bad example, but like a time magic in your hand. You know you have 4 more in the deck. You can afford to charge one early rather than charging combo power. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. And I think only once my Victor Strike didn't go over 100, so it wasn't a problem.
Nice. And I think we'll get to that in just a second, but I think Jocko helps with that. So only Planet Vegeta, just the one of, was just for very slight added consistency, or
it was the last card of the deck, and it was it ups the consistency, but also it made me have the 5th Goku, or the
9th Goku.
Third, no, yeah, plus the 4 Gokus. Both representative and successor can search it, so
ultra consistent.
Yeah, but also I could search the Vegeta.
Oh, right, striving. Yep, we'll get to that in just a couple minutes. And then 2 Cold Bloodlust. Only 2? Did you never feel like you needed the 3rd one in the main deck?
Actually, I'd wish I just cited it, but I respected Pan enough. It was only for Pan and hand destruction mostly.
Okay.
I don't know what I else would play it against. Veggies, but yeah, I have Chronoa, so Veggies isn't a problem.
Right.
But yeah, it was the most charged card in my deck. I had it in top 16 against the Shenron Maidens. Which won me the game because I bloodlusted the Super 17, and then he tried to grant the big wish and didn't know that it wouldn't get the triple strike.
Right.
No, triple attack, yeah. So yeah, only in that matchup it was relevant, and also Krillin, kill Krillin strategy to take out the Goku effect when they activate to play the 5-drop Goku to pop my stuff. When they activated in the hand, I could bloodlust it. So
nice. Yeah.
But also, so yeah, 2 was perfect. Again, a lot of extra cards, so that was one I was dropping down on.
Right. It's kind of interesting how back in the day people used to say, "Oh, Cold Bloodlust is the most broken card," and now it's kind of just like it's becoming a lot more fair
Yeah,
because I think the card effects are becoming a lot better.
yeah, exactly. But also it's not as good as it was before because of the flag.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Like
Yeah, and it's
look at
just like
height
all the height,
and
Gogeta,
Gogeta. Yep.
Jenimbez, all the cards you want to Bloodlust, you can't.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then 3 battering laser. Would you say that's absolutely essential?
Yeah. You want to see it,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's kind of funny because the hardest matchup is also the easiest matchup, which is Genimba. It's the easiest if you have the
The
Victor
battering.
Strike, but the high no, if you have the Victor Strike,
Uh huh.
because mostly they are tapped out, or at least they don't have 5 energy. So I tap 3, and then they still have 2 for the Mefuba, which
Right.
is the only out. But yeah, the reason for 3 was I didn't want it to get milled,
For sure.
and that was also the reason for citing the 4th.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So I'd make sure I have it against that.
Gotcha. And then for Time Magic, why did you choose this over like Nimbus or like Roshi in the main deck?
Mostly because it's free, but also against the Shenron, they can just cheat a win pretty easily if they play any type of 3 drops.
Right.
Because I go so low in life, I didn't want to lose to Dark Power, the Devastator one.
Right.
That one is like the second out there is against it. You can 3 outs: Mefuba, Time Magic, and Cold Bloodlust.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So they they couldn't just cheat a win, but also in the mirror it was quite prevalent, especially against the GT version. So when they attack with the triple flash, I can Time Magic it so the leader can't stand it again.
Gotcha. And then you use U7 Rep just for consistency, the Intrepid Dynasty for your chain. Now, I'm so interested to talk about this because I'm actually considering kind of doing this myself. For Jocko, no Shugesh. Talk about why you decided that.
At first, I would say for Jacko is a mistake. Not that I'm going to play Shugesh at all. But the changes I'm gonna make, I'm only gonna play 2 Jacko and then 2 of the Goku promo.
The one on the cloud with the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, exactly. Because I can search it off planet. I lost game 1 against GT Broly because I couldn't search my super combo. So yeah, if that would have been the Goku, I would have won that game.
Gotcha.
I won the round anyway, but yeah, I would change to a 2-2 split. But the reason for not playing Shugesh, I tested it first with a 2-2 split, and I'd rather just, because I had the Prodigy Dynasties on Goten and Time Magic, I'd rather just tap out on 3 for Goku. Also, most games, I had awakened that turn, so I had a lot of defense anyways. Then I tested with 1 Shugesh in case they found a way around the Goku, which I don't really know any way around it.
Right.
So on my turn 4, I can attack with my leader and then Shugesh it into play and then just win from that. But still, I always had it on turn 3, so I could just hardcast it, and then the Shugesh just seemed like a 10k pump for nothing. And then I'd rather get the draw and not lose to Kunonoa, relying on have to play the Goku of Shugesh.
Yeah, I like that a lot for sure. I've been in that situation too, and my deck is built to play more, kind of like Shugesh targets, and this build's a lot more streamlined, so I totally get what you're saying there. And then,
yeah, but
sorry.
And
go
then
ahead.
also this it's fragile in that way that if someone goes aggro on you, you might lose. So um, sure, the Goku is good to in your opponent's turn to Sugage and play because you can risk one of their battle cards.
Mm-hmm.
But if they know that interaction, that they're just gonna play one battle card at the time. So that would matter.
Right.
But the draw on defense is way better.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. And then 2 striving in the main deck. Why did you want this in the main deck?
I didn't want to have any weird turns where I have to attack with my height into a deadly defender, and they had King Vegeta surprise attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to just. It's essentially a 1-drop.
Right.
Because no one plays Borgus anymore. So I could just play it, KO their deadly defender, and then awaken and do it anyways. Yeah, it wouldn't be as efficient as awakening after the hide.
But if it wins you the game, it wins you the game.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then the path standard, height standard, Prodigal Son, Downing Son, Goten. This is some super spicy spice. Why did you decide to play this card?
A couple of weeks ago, I spent like an entire weekend watching the Atlantic City, and noticed the Bardock Orem, which can attack active battle cards.
Yep.
And outside of Mefuba, I think it's the best way to dodge the height. So it was just like, if I'm going to tap out on turn 3 and not awaken because I started, then I could just successor for Dynasty, and it's like my Goku is now 34,000 for 1 card.
Nice. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah. The veggie player I played in round 5 is Shinran Veggies. I went aggro on him because he had a lot of balls in life. So I also attacked with my Goku, and he just went all out on my Goku, and I just dropped 2 Dynasty, and he went like -5 or something.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
That's actually busted. That's a really good card. I might have to steal that one from you. We'll go into the side deck now. So we got 4 Dende. So this is a card that when I see, and I know you put this together very last minute, so I'll let you defend your case.
Yeah.
But I don't like Dende in non-figure Majesty decks because it's just so energy heavy. So how did this card perform for you all day?
First, I disagree with that. One deck I like the Dende without Shenron is the Janemba, because what Dende does there is just prolong the game 1 turn, and that's what Janemba wants. But else, yeah, the Dende isn't worth it without Shenron.
Right. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Dende is very good in Janemba for that reason. Yep.
Yeah, for that one reason. And but yeah, as you said, it was thrown together like last minute. And I'm definitely gonna drop it. The only thing I did with it was against Janemba, I sat it over Cronoa, just in a very small case they would side objection, which I already knew they wouldn't. But yeah,
just to be safe. So, yeah, Cronoa's not doing anything for you in that matchup.
No, it's not. So yeah, I could just do that. But they are definitely also going out.
Gotcha. Have you looked into Force Suggestion Mass Saiyan?
I don't like it because I don't really lose to. The only thing I see playing Objection today is Hercule, which is easy win.
Right.
Because I just don't attack him at all, and then he don't have any cards. Because then I just use Bardock to self-awaken. And then Gogeta Shenron, but because of Broly and the ban list, the where you can build Broly, you can win turn 3 or 4 every game, and that just makes Gogeta not playable.
Mm.
So yeah, I wasn't afraid of it.
And what's the turn 3 win? Because I'm missing it a little bit. What's the turn 3 win?
You can't do it in this version, but other Broly versions like GT and UI,
Oh,
they
right,
can win
okay.
on turn 3. Yeah.
I gotcha. I thought you were talking about this version specifically, but I'm with you.
But yeah, this version actually can do a turn 3 kill against the Shinran, because I could, if they go first, and let's say realistically they have 1 ball in life, that's 7. I hit with my leader and Bardock and Goten turn 1, and then on turn 2 I can hit with Gohan, and then I can hit with Gohan, Goku, leader, and mirror for 2 attacks as well.
Gotcha, yeah.
Just on turn 2. Actually, I won against the Veggie player that way. I killed him turn 2.
Just by going aggro to the face, yep.
Yeah.
And then 3, Trunks overseeing time. What did you want this in against?
Only Janemba.
Okay, just to get more super combos back, or maybe not super combos.
No,
go ahead. Sorry,
just the V2 strike. Just the V2 strike.
Oh yeah, definitely makes sense.
Yeah, so it was just auto win if I got it back like that.
Gotcha. And then the one play of Vegeta, what did you want to bring this in for?
It was just like no matter what I played against, let's say Janemba, the cold bloodlust were going out because they're useless. Then I could bring in Planet Vegeta for more consistency.
Gotcha. And then Bloodlust, did you ever wish you had the 4th one?
No, never.
Gotcha. And then the 4th Battering, just for like Janemba, Super Turtley decks. And then 2 Nimbus. Exactly. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. With the Battering, it was just for the Janemba. The Flying Nimbus was because I know that the Shinran Veggies, if it's played properly, which is quite hard because actually you have to search your balls but keep them until you have played the first Kappa, so that you haven't drawn any of your 4-drop Khalifas.
Right.
It's a bit weird to play that deck because the leader contradicts the Kappa. But yeah, if they got it right, then I would have to defend more, and time magic wasn't enough. So it was for that. So I had the 6 negate instead.
Gotcha.
But also apparently in the mirror match, it's quite good.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I noticed my round 4 I played against the GT version, and he kept attacking with his leader as the first thing in his turn, even though I had open energy.
So you punished him hard for it.
Yeah, but and then I noticed when I played the actual mirror, he did the same thing, but also he took life only to ready his leader to get even more pluses. And then, okay, this is going to win me the game when he's trying to go for Victor Strike. So because he didn't combo at all, he just took all life when I doing my turn. He didn't have any drop, but he played the Gine. For some reason, he didn't combo it during my turn because it just says when you combo it.
Right, mill 3.
Yeah. So when he attacked to get more cards in the drop, I just Nimbused it, and he had the Goku. So he had to go Goku to hide and only have 1 attack.
Right.
So he just passed turn with 4 energy to protect himself. So yeah, Nimbus stole that game, and it was bubble, so it was quite important.
Excellent. And then we had the two Crusher Ball. So I know this comes in for the mirror match. So how did it perform there, and did you bring it in against anything else?
No, because my friend told me that while side digging that the round before that that someone asked if he he wanted to sell his Victor Strike, and he offered him 500 euros for it, and he turned him down because I needed it.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So I knew he didn't have the Victor Strike. Also, because Height of Mastery just taps all of my energy. I wouldn't side the crushers for the mirror match anyways. So the crushers were for the GT and the UI version, but also it came in handy against the maiden ones. But else, I didn't use it all day, and I'm not gonna play it again.
That makes sense, but well, my thinking with Crusher Ball in the mirror match was actually for the 2-drop Gohan, so you could actually expose it and swing into it. Did that ever come up at all, or no?
No, most people didn't even play the 2-drop, and I got punished several times for doing it because I was ignorant and didn't want to look into green. So I forgot about the Krillin from World Martial Arts that KOs a 2-drop.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, I lost my round 1, and in game 3 I totally lost just because of that one card. I was 3-4 turns behind because of that, and then preemptive strike the following turn. So
dang.
Yeah, don't sleep on green.
Absolutely. I've been testing some green stuff, but I think this is the deck that I want to play. But anyways, then the 4th Prodigal Son, just to round it out in case you needed it for some guys that are really trying hard to clear your Goku, right?
Yeah, just if I saw the Bardock, I would side it in. But also, if I couldn't side anything else in, but had too much, I would take out. Often I would take out the extra cards against Shenron. I always sided out the bad rings because the only negate they usually play are the free one, and I win anyways because I can give height free attacks.
Yep.
So I just took it in to get another combo card.
Nice. Okay, so that looks like the entire deck profile. Any final thoughts you want to give on the deck, on the tournament, anything like that?
The tournament was awesome. Everything went well and no hiccups. Anything, yeah. There were some complaining about some weird rulings or George Cole's in the semifinals. He drew 7 cards, and they used the stream to see which card exactly it was, and then he should just place it back on top of the deck, which is completely wrong.
Yeah, you're supposed to look at the hand and pick one to put back, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then it ended up in him just re-mulligan all over, which was even more weird.
Yeah, is it just a judge thing out there, or?
Yeah, at the beginning they used the stream just to clarify that it was the right card he put on top, but the problem was he saw the card, so acknowledged his power. So I asked if he's able to, because he was just going to take top 8 and put in his life, so he would know which card it was.
Right.
And then the hit just said, yeah, but he could just shuffle his life. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He still knows. For example, it could be a childish heart. Then he would know one childish heart is in his life, and that's
exactly. It's just it's free information. That's not good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was arguing that at least I had to see the card as well. But the hit just told him to reshuffle everything and mulligan again.
Yeah, well, I guess. I mean, I wish they would have went with the right ruling, but I mean,
yeah,
it's all okay, I think, because you still got 2nd place, and I think that's an amazing finish. So congratulations again, and thank you so much for giving us this super in-depth kind of just interview and profile. I think I really appreciate it. I think the viewers are really going to appreciate it. So thank you again.
Yeah, I think so. I think also it's needed, even though everyone knows it's there, but I was the only one topping with it as well. But also, it's completely new format, and yeah, Shenron was expected to do much better, but yeah, I think just the impact of Broly and Frieza is just too big.
Yeah, no, I can definitely agree. I was pretty surprised by the lack of Shenron, but once I started to think about it a little more, it started to make a lot more sense. Well, that's
Yeah,
gonna. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, I just think that the most the best build of Shinran right now would be hand control because it can win on turn 4,
Right.
where every other Shinran list seems to lack any sort of win condition before turn 5.
Right. Yeah, and then you have a lot of these decks like Broly and like Frieza that can win on turn 4. So now like the
Yeah,
win turn of the format has come down a peg.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And I think that's the reason for the lack of Shinran.
I agree. I appreciate the insight. Thank you so much again for joining us tonight. That's going to wrap up this video, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Hey, welcome to the end card, and thank you so much for sitting through that, because honestly, I'm just doing this until they make a Digimon trading card game. So if you like Dragon Ball Super for some reason, give it a sub up above. Maybe check out some of our other content. And do not forget, Digimon is way better than Pokemon. With that being said, we will see you next time.